Okie dokie, so we're back.
Sanguinius, watch over us.
Let's slaughter these guys. Move up with them, and then we'll plasma shoot these
They
ones.
so eagerly seek. Ready to strike.
Move these battle buffers up. I didn't mean to use them. Oh well. That's a shame.
Always ready.
I was hoping that we could
Vigilant.
take
On Baal
out
4 I was born, and should the Emperor will
the
it,
main
on
swarm.
Baal 4 I will die.
Let's go. There's that down.
Sanguinary guard at your disposal. Ready to strike.
There's that down. We're almost 50% of the way. Fantastic. Purge that one, please. Right, so we've pretty much, if we check the map, we've just got a few down here that we need to deal with. And then we're pretty much all wrapped up. Right here. So,
Landspeeder crew awaiting orders.
I'm gonna make sure there's nothing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was going to be down here. There's going to be a ton of those guys. Let's just pop the warriors now while we're in position.
The blood of Sanguinius flows in my veins.
Tech Marine standing by.
Everyone's gonna basically huff it on
With
foot.
strength. Grace through discipline. Past, future, there is only service to the Emperor.
That's fine.
I await their mistake.
Taking fire!
That's gonna hurt. But I want to kill off the warriors. I don't like the Gene Stealers are nasty, but warriors are really nasty in this game. So, plus they boost up the non-Gene Stealer units. So I'm just literally happy just to sit there and
to their deaths. Your will be done.
push up with them. 52% of the way. Fantastic. We can't get through this door, but we can. We can, like, just jump back over. So what I think I might do is I'm going to leave Carleon.
Not even death will stop me.
You can go here.
We are the sons of Sanguinius. My vigilance is eternal.
My plan is really super simple, to be honest. Which is that if push comes to shove, I can bump that button there, which will basically then automatically allow our reinforcements to turn up. Once that's the case, I can just swamp these guys with additional troops.
See a scout? Firing on the enemy.
You oversurged. Fantastic. Don't need it right now, though. There we go.
The road of righteousness is soaked in the blood of the unworthy.
That it is, sister. Firstly, I just want to get these guys up.
Engaging the enemy.
Doing a fairly good chunk of damage.
Anti-grav ready.
My duty is service.
Let's launch some blaster munitions. Not really effective against those guys, but didn't expect it to be. Okay. If push comes to shove, we can just drop the gate, jump, we can just hop over the wall, and it's no issue.
There is little left in this universe that I have not witnessed.
Right, let's go and tidy the rest of this up.
Kill zone set.
So they can't get to us. Okay, so let's...
We are the defenders of Baal.
I'm going to send out the tank, because the tank is relatively tanky, unsurprisingly. Okay, and we're just going to send it down here with a couple of escort units, and it will be all fine and dandy come the revolution. So you guys are all stacked up here. Let's get to work.
Land speeder crew awaiting orders.
You guys can push up.
Open fire!
There we go. Nice and dead, Gene
Who
Stealers.
tests my conviction?
You haven't got really a lot left to do, to be honest.
Ranged plasma on your request. Ready for recon.
I mean, I'm not that inclined. Let's see what the enemy does next turn.
I await their mistake.
Okay, so they are going to move to here. That's fine. What I want is I want them to basically get out of the blind spot so I can do covering fire. Right, so they're going to move there. That's fine. We'll pop open the door, swarm in, wipe them out. I'm worried about something coming out of this gateway, though I'm not going to lie. Okay. So the tank will keep on trundling down.
Ready to strike. Roger that.
Purging as we go.
Need a scout?
All fun times. Okay.
Target acquired.
They've got a lot of cover over there, unfortunately. We can't really see them from where they are behind all that cover, but we can try and get some pot shots off. That's good enough for me. Let's pop the lock. Okay.
Your orders.
Let's go in here. cleared out half the swarm. One thing I will say is that bolters in the lore were much more effective than this against Gene Stealers. They have seemed to have made them a bit soft since then.
The blood waits.
Okay.
I await their mistake. I am the sword of Sanguinius.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've taken out most of the
Your will be done.
I'm pretty sure we've taken out all of the Gene Stealers at this point.
There will be poetry to their deaths. Heavy fire support!
Okay, so we can't use that there. Let's go.
I await their mistake.
Yeah. I will say that Devasta could go a little bit quicker.
Body and spirit. Heavy armor, awaiting your orders.
Okay, so that's taken care of.
They will fear
The reason I'm
to
being very
tread
careful
close.
Sanguinius watches over
is the
us.
fact that I have a bad feeling about that area up ahead. So I don't want it to be like, oh, you destroy that and then suddenly something horrible pops out. I'd rather it being something that we can actually easily predict. Okay. So those are those units purged. Yeah, let's get to
There
town.
will be poetry to their deaths.
My fury will be fast.
That is surely the
Right, yep.
last of the filth. Do you need rest, sister?
You would not ask that of your brothers. Come, we must proceed to the rotten core of this factorum. We will cleanse it with flame and blade.
Right, yep. There we go. So, 1800 points. Very nice. So, with that in mind, with the amount of points we have to spend, it's time to get some purchases in. So, we've got 12 points to spend. I am going to grab increase melee piercing
The sanguinary priesthood serves
for
the
8
will
skew
of the
units.
chapter.
So that's something nice to pick up for everyone. Heavy flamers for the land speed tornado would be very nice. They have the heavy flamers for that. Her stuff I'm not that interested in, I'm not going to lie. I'm not using the Sisters of Battle very much. So I'm not going to sink points into her when I can sink them into other units that I'm going to get more use out of. Yeah. I will grab the we've got 7 points left, so you can basically get one of these or one of these and something else on that's third tier. Is there anything third tier that's worth me picking up? Evasion for our library units. Yeah. start working her way down to get her own like power weapons and stuff, which might be useful. Or get that, which opens this up, which would be nice. Or we could go straight for the auto boat guns. I think I'd grab the auto boat guns.
For the blood blades.
Then I'm going to grab the
Skyfall.
assault strike. And he picked up the melee piercing for HQ units, which is what I wanted. Right. We're almost within range. Okay. So, go back to our armor. Let's get that changed out for that. I also want to do a quick change, which is, as much as I love our old land speeder, I think it's time to transfer it to the reserve. And in its place, we are going to bring in this, which is very nice looking. It has the assault cannon. It's got another multi-melter, which is lovely for dealing with nasty creatures. I also want to get that upgraded to the next level of heavy plasma guns. How much for the... Okay, so it's slightly less... Wait, so the auto bolt battle rifle... Less armor piercing, but more attack. Okay. So that would turn them pretty much into dealing with swarms, which is okay. I have no problem with that. It does mean, though, that his Stormbolter needs to get replaced. Give him Melter Gun. The Angelos boat guns need to get switched out for plasma pistols. They've been meaning to do that for a while. He's got his Thunder Hammer now, which is really good anti-armor. And we've got 95 points left over for something else. Okay, with 95 points, what are we going to bring? Can't bring another unit of them. I mean, honest, we could bring another land speeder. Three land speeders. One with a heavy bolter. One with a heavy... Basically, you have two land speeders, one land speeder Typhoon, one with a which basically... So one with a heavy bolter, which is really the thing we'd be using up against, like, the warriors. Yeah, like, I'm happy with this. We've got a lot of mech units. But with our guys now armed with battle rifles, they do less armor piercing, true. A lot more attacks and they're better at dealing with hordes. And then we have these guys. He's got a melter gun. They're rocking plasma pistols. He's rocking his Thunder Hammer. So we only get one attack in comparison to his two attacks. But the thing is, against like elite mobs, he just literally is just going to annihilate people, especially with the fact he just now higher armor piercing. So against boss monsters, he's going to be very brutal to deal with. Okay. A lot of land speeders. But we have the damage output necessary. I mean, we have, to be honest, we need to deal with swarms. You've got the Baal Predator. The Baal Predator is really good for dealing with that. We have the heavy plasma casters, which are great for dealing with like medium infantry. You've got a multi-motor, which is good for dealing with medium infantry and boss monsters. So do you. Well, so do you technically, and you've also got the assault cannon, which just rips through swarms. So all in all, I feel quite happy with our setup. The Salt Exchange.
Many of the Blood Angels have no affinity for this place, particularly the Primaris. But I see differently in Carleon's demeanor. He grew from the salts of this moon. The memory of this place flows through him as strongly as his lifeblood, almost as strong as his guilt. The Lieutenant does not know that I've been listening to his voxcast with Captain Martano. Some of my prior famulous habits die hard. Emperor, forgive me. Indomitus becomes impatient for us to sever this network, as does the Blood Angels' Logisticium. The Crusade is comprised of millions of people. Their continued presence puts a unique strain on Baal and its inhabitants. The Librarian Dreadnought updates our bearings through this factorum. I will continue to keep an eye on this brother Quindar. He speaks in half-truths at best, yet our progress is entirely dependent on his ability to scry the synaptic nodes. There is something sinister these Blood Angels keep from me. They choose their words carefully whenever I'm in earshot. If they did not have the Great Angel as their sire, I would have difficult questions to consider.
Yes. This is a battle ever so righteous, even with their own fault. We get Librarian unit. The Salt Exchange. If Salt is the blood of Balfour, then the Salt Exchange of Camrandir is its plagued heart. Minerals and sand once poured through its channels, pumping in and out of the whims of merchants and traders. Whatever darkness has made this factorum its home must be exorcised and removed completely. Although it does not compare to the original size of High Leviathan, the Indomitus Crusade is an empire unto itself and casts a long shadow over the Baal system. No one dares speak ill of a true son of the Emperor, but Guilliman's continued presence has stalled much of the rebuilding efforts due to supplies being shared between Baal and Indomitus.
The core of this synaptic node waits for us here.
It's easy to imagine this beating heart of Kemrender alive. Merchants, brokers, thieves. Their minds open pathways for heresy and greed.
Let us find this synaptic creature and sever it from its network.
Before we do that, let's check out our newly upgraded units. There's our Lieutenant with his Thunder Hammer, very nice. There's our Landspeeder Typhoon with its multi-motor and assault rifle. There are our Battle Brothers with their auto battle rifles, which are very nice. Fantastic. And of course, as always, a Sanguinary Guard with plasma pistols. I do love the modelling on these guys. They've done a really good job. Okay, so let's look around us. What are we putting up against? A lot of melee infantry up front. A couple of swarms. I can't see the map easily, but it looks like it's going to be a forward push by the looks of it. Yeah. Basically just a forward push up across this open area. So do I want to try and... I think what I want to do is I'm going to try and stick to this open area on this side. Because Tyranids work best when they have a lot of cover to close distance. So let's do something like this. He needs to get in close because his motor gun. Also, yes, the new plasma guns they've got. Let's have a look at them. The heavy plasma incinerator, very nice. Okay, so something like this. Good setup. I might just switch out you for him, and you can go there. Yeah, this will be good. Okay, purge Tyranids from the Salt Exchange.
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
So let's test out our new battle rifles.
Engaging the enemy.
Yeah, we do actually do a fair good chunk of damage with them. So they're really good for killing swarms.
Firing.
Let's... Yeah, so what have we got up here? Some warriors.
Not even death will stop me. Affirmative. We are the walls. We are the guns. Thin their numbers. They will not overwhelm us.
Yeah, let's keep a tight flank.
My faith is strong.
The blood waits.
I'm not going to push too hard. I know that they're up there.
Firing on the enemy.
But let's just...
Sanguinius watches over us.
My plan is really simple. My heroes can take a good chunk of damage. So I am going to use that to the best of its ability. Right, with that done, you can pull back.
Need a scout? With speed.
Now, what do you want to use? That. Oh, yeah, let's use the plasma gun. Motor gun. Okay, you missed, which is unfortunate because now you're out of position.
Always ready, always vigilant.
Which is fine because we can move you guys up.
Tech Marine standing by. They shall not pass.
Shoot anyone that comes within range.
Watch over us. Fire support. For the Imperium.
We've got heavy casters. I wanted to try and get some shots off on these
Target
guys.
acquired.
Very nice.
I await their mistake.
Let's see how this goes. There we go.
I hear something.
Right here. We weaken them a bit. want to know what's coming from our right.
Impedance acknowledged. Impedance acknowledged.
Okay, so they're rushing us mostly a melee-based rush. That's fine.
I am the sword of Sanguinius.
Okay.
Past, future, there is only service to the Emperor.
Well, would you look at that? We have friends coming. Okay. How nice of you to stop by and have a chat. The third range is 2. Let's move up. Time to die, fellows. That's not great.
On the move.
But we can drop these guys on you. And then push you up.
Forward.
Target the these guys, please. Fantastic.
Ready for recon. Firing.
Shred those guys, please. Okay. That thing, those guys are worrying to me, but as it stands, I still have a lot of units which we can do stuff with. So let's get you down here. The Tech Priest is going to move up the start to give support. I want to try out my new Warhammer. Fantastic. Amongst those Tyranids, something delightful. Right, so
There will be poetry to their deaths.
move up
In
here,
my
please.
Body and spirit.
You guys got to relocate.
Unleash devastation, brothers!
Purge.
Sanguinius, watch over us.
On my honor.
Right, you're going to fall back.
Need a scout?
You're going to purge one of those
In every
ones.
shadow I find heresy.
Yep, I'm fully aware that you find heresy everywhere you go, madam.
Opening fire.
Okay. Let's pop that ability, and then we're going to basically shoot them.
Open fire!
Okay, purge them. Pop that ability, and then let's shoot them. Which gets rid of those guys.
I await your orders. They cannot stop me.
Yeah, a good amount of cover, but I do intend to basically get rid of them.
Purge the unclean!
Right here. Let's boost
Fear
this.
has no place in our hearts, sisters. For the Emperor watches over us.
Right. Then you're going to pull back.
They will fear to tread close.
You guys are going to push up, which is to be expected. I knew you were going to do that anyway, so... There we go. Fantastic. Right. Let's quickly go over here.
Firing on the enemy.
And remove ourselves of this. Fantastic. So, we've cleared either side of our flanks. If we look at the map, it's basically a battle arena. So we need to basically push up through the center of the map and purge them. Though, to be honest, I suspect that we're going to have a surprise in store. That's just my feeling anyway. I'll try and keep my units together. I don't want to get them too stretched out if I can help it. Because that's where Tyranids really are good at. It's one of the strengths that Tyranids really have, is that they're really good at catching your units out of position when you overextend. It's one of their primary tactics that they use. The whole sort of pull you out of position and then tear you to pieces when you're trying to redeploy.
Not even death will stop me.
When the day is darkest, we prevail through control.
So one of the things I do tend to do
The Emperor's light burns bright.
is basically just try and ball up. It's one of the best ways to deal with Tyranids, is to basically don't overextend, keep an eye on your angles. Just keep an eye on the angles for where the Tyranids could potentially pop out from. And that's all you can really do.
Confirmed.
Just keep your head on a tight swivel, look around, keep yourself in a nice sort of close combat ball, I suppose you want to call it, so that we can support as many units as we can if we try and swarm us. Doesn't always work, the tactic. Downside of it is that if you're in a close ball, it's hard to maneuver, and if the enemy tries to throw everything at you at once in one location, they can still overwhelm you with like sheer numbers. But it's better than trying to extend your line too far, and then you don't have any way of supporting your units with crossing lines of fire. But this is a good place, I think, to end. We're at the end of our turn. I'm going to put a cut in here, folks. If you've liked this, the like button. If you're subscribed, please press the subscription button. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Warhammer 40K Battle Sectors, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.